Welcome back to another episode of $1,000 Car Guy. Today we're going to be putting in this blower fan motor into this 2001 GMC Yukon XL. You got the key in the ignition, you go over to use your fan, and you got nothing. So that's what we're going to fix today, boys. So after you've got your good working blower fan out of something or found it on Craigslist or Amazon, wherever you got it from, open up the passenger side door. Underneath you're going to see this large black plastic shroud. See it all? Underneath there's going to be one bolt here and another one back underneath here somewhere. They're both going to be 7mm. Go ahead and remove them. After you remove both of those screws, you should be able to pull down on the whole plastic assembly. Now, it's still going to be bolted in behind the center console there, but you should have enough wiggle room to get it out of your way. And apparently mine wasn't bolted in. So we're going to go ahead and remove the peanut shells that are behind here. Once you've got that protective cover out of the way, you're going to notice this round plastic object. That's the shroud for the blower motor. And then that's held in by two 7/32 bolts. There's going to be one here and one kind of in the back of the unit. You're going to have to feel around there to find it because you're not going to be able to see it. So that rear bolt is pretty hard to get to. I ended up using a small swivel on a 1/4-inch drive and a small extension to reach up there. Again, not easy to do, but once you have it done, you now pull the cover out of the way, and as you can see, the wires are still going through it. So now we have access to the blower fan itself. Well, that's really dark for you guys. Next thing you want to do is go ahead and remove the connector. You should be able to push in the prong with your thumb and then pull the wire harness off of the back of the blower motor. Probably much easier if you have both hands doing this, but it's just like most electrical connectors. Carefully, and I mean very carefully, push the prong in with your one thumb, and then with your other fingers gently pull on the connector and it will come out. Just so I don't waste my time, I'm going to go ahead and plug in the new blower fan motor into the harness, just to make sure that everything's working the way it should, and to make sure that the blower fan was actually the problem here. There could have been an electrical connection or computer problem telling the fan not to turn on, but this is the easiest way to diagnose it. Remember, if you're going to repeat this step, make sure that you have the fan in a way that it's not going to fall off, because this thing is going to be spinning pretty quick. So go ahead and plug it back in. The connector can only go in one way, so there's no way to screw it up. And I'm going to go ahead, turn the car on, turn the blower fan on, and see what happens. Ah! It's become self-aware! So we know that our new blower fan works correctly. Next thing we have to do is remove the existing bad one that is still located up in the dash. So again, underneath the dash, you're going to want to find the tab that is the lock for this whole rotating assembly. You're going to want to pull down on the tab and twist the whole assembly, which is this part, anti-clockwise, and it's going to come right out. Very hard to get a camera in there, but it's just as I said. Just feel around. You'll notice that one tab is jutting out more than anything else, basically. Pull down on it. It only took a little bit of force, and then you can turn the whole fan assembly, and then basically it just drops right out. And of course it doesn't just drop right out. It seems like in this model year, this connector is definitely in your way. I think I'm just going to remove that to make reassembly a lot easier for my life. I'm guessing this is like the blower fan speed relay, possibly. So with it out of the way, you have so much more room for activities, and it comes out. So here's our old unit. Got a leaf in it, but otherwise deemed non-functioning. I wanted to show you one more thing. This is the new good functioning unit. Okay, right? This is the unit we just pulled out of the truck. I think we see our problem. Let's go ahead, reinstall the fan motor. Again, we're going to be sliding it up in, turning it until the little release tab clicks in place, and then we can start the reassembly process. Now with everything back in place, it's time to see if everything you just did was worthwhile. Oh yeah, back in business, baby. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.